also backing out. Be widespread. There could be some snowflakes out there, so something to keep an eye on. Well, the big story will be the winter storm that they snows this week. On Saturday, some showers and maybe some snow showers across the Mid-Atlantic and North Carolina, Virginia. Areas like pressure system and eventually move just south there of Cape Hatteras and Ellis Lake. They're expecting the moisture to really break in this area, and they're wrapping around here. We'll be able to formulate a winter storm on Saturday. So this one looks like by Saturday afternoon and evening. We're watching multiple different things here. The first thing is a large band of snow will be forming on the west side of this low pressure system from Atlanta, Georgia, back towards Virginia Beach. The heaviest of that snow in South and North Carolina and very far eastern parts of Virginia. That is happening. We'll also have a rare snow event happening in parts of Florida, and this is something that you do not hear very often. Gulf effect snow is a possibility on Saturday near areas like Tampa, Florida. We could even see some snow along the east coast of Florida, back towards Melbourne. On the west coast, that's where areas like Tampa, that's where this is all laid down. Could wake up to some snow flurries during the daytime on Saturday. So very crazy stuff. This is something that is going to be very crazy for those on Monday. We're going to see these sunlight snowfall by Saturday night. There's going to be a better chance for your Jackson and Florida. Features some light snowfall. We're expecting accumulation maybe a dusting of the countries on the day. It's going to be extremely on Saturday. Up and down the East Coast, we're going to get a big heat by Saturday night. Heavier snowfall starts to mix into the areas like North and South Carolina, Eastern Georgia, near Savannah, and then back up into Central Virginia, Richmond, and also back near Brooklyn. I know a lot of you dealt with sleet and freezing rain through last winter.
It's cold out there, so you don't want to go outside. Keep it like that. Oh, that's right. I need to fix it
and the Central Plains on Sunday. Sunday night and early Monday is where things get more tricky. It depends on how closely this low pressure system tracks to the coastline, but if it tracks close enough, we could deal with some light to moderate snowfall. Sunday night and early Monday across eastern New England. You have light snowfalls over Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee as we go into Monday, and then beyond this, things become more uncertain. It looks like we'll continue to have at least some shots of snow in the United States during the first week of February. And in just a moment, I'm going to tell you exactly who's going to see snow, how much snow you're going to see, and how cold it is going to get for nearly the entire country. But before I do that, we need to talk about the sponsor of today's video. Every single day, news stories get twisted into completely different realities depending on who's telling them. And if you're only seeing one headline, you're missing what actually matters. Take this story right here about climate change and the Winter Olympics. One outlet frames it as a massive warning sign that the future of winter sports is at risk, while another downplays it like it's barely an issue at all. Same facts, totally different tone, totally different takeaway. That's exactly the point. That's why I use Ground News. It pulls those headlines side by side so you can instantly see how different outlets are covering the same exact story. For each story, Ground News also shows you the biased distribution, actuality ratings, and ownership information behind the sources, so you know where the coverage is coming from, not just what it says. You can also see how widely a story is being covered and when one side of the spectrum is largely ignoring it using the blind spot feed, which helps you understand what might be missing from the overall picture. When we're talking about weather, climate, science, and public safety, context matters. How a story is framed can change how seriously people take risks. Ground News cuts through could come out of this winter storm this weekend, and this is an early view of what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to go from south to north. Back over in Florida, yes, there is a possibility of a coating of snow back over near Tampa and even near Orlando. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, that is entirely a possibility. Back over in parts of the Mid-Atlantic, this is where the most significant snow is likely going to end up occurring. So near South Carolina, I'm expecting a widespread 5 to 10 inches of snow. Virginia is going to really vary a lot. I think on the northern half of the state, we're going to have much lower totals. Even near Washington, D.C., maybe a couple of inches doesn't look really promising for those areas as of right now. But hey, it's better than dealing with an ice storm. Back over in Southern Virginia, near Roanoke and Richmond, we're expecting around 8 to 12 inches of snow. If you're on the immediate coastline, so Cape Hatteras and Virginia Beach, I do think a full loss of snow is possible. I wouldn't say it's definitely going to happen yet because the track of this low pressure system matters a lot in terms of how much snow we're going to see here. But if it tracks close enough to the coast, I do think a full snow is definitely obtainable. Back over in Georgia and also South Carolina, very significant Savannah, maybe an inch, and then northern parts of South Carolina near Greenville and Myrtle Beach, where we're likely to see around 3 to 5 inches. Over to southern New England and also over New Jersey, this is another area that could see some pretty significant snow. If the low pressure system tracks close enough to the coastline, areas like Cape Cod and Antigua could be one of the biggest snowstorms that we have seen in quite some time. We're talking about upwards of 18 inches of snow. That is more snow than what we saw last weekend. Major pressure upwards of 24 to 26 inches of snow in parts of New England. So pretty crazy stuff there. This is one scenario, but this is the scenario that I do think would pan out for this weekend. On the other hand, this is the one that I do not think is going to pan out. It shows a really Virginia, and even Kentucky, showing a widespread snow, even some locations in Canada. We've seen 2 feet. This is not going to be just a
I'm 56, post-menopause. I quit chasing 20-year-old routines. 7 minutes of